Wait, I'm assuming you have at least the fundamentals of Counter-Strike down. Not a lot of hours, just the basics, so you understand the game. The rules are very similar to the official matchmaking rules, with a few changes. A match is in the MR12 format, meaning there are only 12 max rounds per half. First team to reach 13 wins. What happens if it's 12-12? Good question, Billy. In the case of a 12-12 draw, overtime begins. Overtime consists of 6 rounds where you play 3 for CT and 3 for T. First team to win 4 rounds wins the whole match. If the first overtime ends in 3-3, second overtime begins. There's no limit on overtime, so they can go on forever. At the start of every half, both teams have $800. This is called the pistol round, because all you can afford is a pistol. Throughout the game, you can make money by getting kills, planting or defusing the bomb, and winning or losing the round. Here's a kill earnings breakdown. For every pistol kill you get, you earn $300. A kill with a shotgun is worth $900, apart from the XM1014, which gives you $600. All SMGs earn you $600, apart from the P90, which gets you $300. Rifles and snipers give you $300, except for the AWP, which gets you $100. If you manage to get a knife kill, it will bring you $1,500. A grenade kill is $300, and the Zeus gives you $100. When you win a round, you receive $3,250. If you win with an explosion as a terrorist, you get $3,500. Likewise, if you win with the defuse as a counter-terrorist, you also get $3,500. If you lose a round, you get $1,400. Not a lot, right? But this is why there's a loss streak bonus. With every consecutive round lost, you earn $500 more than the round before, up until you reach $3,400, which is the max loss bonus. If you reach overtime, you already start with an abundance of money. This varies from tournament to tournament, but it tends to range from $10,000 to $16,000. Now the different match formats. There are best of 1, best of 3, and best of 5. BO1. BO1 stands for best of 1, meaning there is one map that is played in the match, and the winner of that map is the winner of the match. But how do the teams choose what map to play? Another good question, Billy. There are 7 maps in the map pool of Counter-Strike. Teams take turns banning a map they don't want to play until they are left with one map. This process is called the veto. Usually the team that did not choose the map chooses the starting side. A lot of people dislike best of 1s because of the high chance of an upset. BO3. BO3 stands for best of 3. This means 3 maps are chosen to be played, and first to win 2 maps wins the match. This veto looks a little different. First, both teams ban a map, usually their insta-ban, which is a map they never play and never practice. Then both teams choose a map they want. Then once again, they both ban a map, and they're left with the third map, known as the decider. This will only be played if the first map is won by one team and the second by another. Some tournaments have BO5 finals, which is exhausting not only for the players but for a lot of viewers. Here the teams ban a map each and then choose the order that the other maps will be played in. Now that we're familiar with the rules of professional Counter-Strike, we will look into the team basics. Every team has 5 players on the server at one time, with the possibility of a coach spectating the team. Some teams tried a 6-man roster, such as Na'Vi and Vitality, where they would substitute players in between maps. On this 5-man team, we can have the following roles: in-game leader, AWPer, entry fragger, support, lurker. The in-game leader, also known as the IGL, is in charge of leading the team on the server. The IGL spends countless hours, usually with the coach, creating tactics for the team to execute, which the IGL calls before or during the round. AWPer. An AWPer is usually the flashiest player on the team. They are called AWPers because they use the AWP as their main gun. Entry fragger. An entry fragger is in charge of getting the opening kills for the team. They are usually the first ones in when the team executes. They get traded a lot, which means they die a lot too. An entry fragger needs to have perfect crosshair placement and clear all the corners properly. Support. A support player is in charge of helping the team's heavy hitters get kills. They know a lot of lineups for grenades on different maps and aren't given enough credit. Lurker. Lurker players are usually playing solo. While their team is executing A, they stay B to try and catch rotations and be a backup plan if the rest of the team decides to rotate. Now let's touch on some big tournaments that are held throughout the year. Major. Biggest and most prestigious tournament, always hosted by different organizers. Happens twice in a year. Around a week or so before the major, sticker capsules are released, which makes players a lot of money. We get a sticker with every team's logo and a signature sticker from every participating player. Alongside the stickers, fans get a pick'em, in which you predict which teams qualify.
Fuck your pick'ems!
There are multiple stages in the pick'em, and if you get all the way to the end, you get a diamond coin for the major. If you qualify for a major, you're immediately engraved in CS history, and will stay in the game forever. Blast Bounty. Blast Bounty is hosted by Blast, which in my opinion has the best production. Blast Bounty is known for its unique bounty system, which adds extra prize incentives. Higher seeded teams have bounties on their heads. So underdogs earn bonus cash for beating them. Lower seeded teams also get to pick their opponents in early rounds. On top of that, both teams can wager money from their prize pool balance. The winner ends up taking the pot. I am Katowice. Hosted in Katowice, Poland, it's one of the most iconic Counter-Strike tournaments out there. The organizer of all IEM tournaments is ESL, which is a legendary organizer that the community loves. IEM Katowice is held at the start of February every year. It starts off with 2 double elimination group stages. The top 3 teams from each group move on to the playoffs. IEM Cologne. IEM Cologne is another tournament hosted by ESL. Held in Cologne, Germany, it's known as the Cathedral of Counter-Strike. It uses the same format as IEM Katowice. ESL Pro League. Another tournament organized by ESL, held in Malta. During the group stage of ESL, there are 16 teams. 8 teams will qualify from the group stage and join the other 8 teams waiting in the main stage. Intel Grand Slam. Intel Grand Slam is not a tournament, but rather a prize open for any team to win throughout the season. To win the grand prize of $1 million, you need to win 4 S-tier tournaments, which is the highest tier for events in Counter-Strike. These events must be organized by ESL, and this must be done during a window of 10 consecutive events. There is also a spoils bonus for the team that denies the other team their 4th win in a tournament, as long as it's in a grand final. The spoiling team is given $100,000. HLTV. HLTV is probably the biggest news website for Counter-Strike. It includes upcoming games, past games, statistics from those games for every player, all the new news articles that are coming out, and it has a forum. HLTV also has their own award show, which happens at the end of every year, where they give out awards such as Best Lurker, Best IGL, Best Team, and Best Player. They also have HLTV rankings, where they announce the top 20 best players of the year. They start off with announcing the best players daily, with the last 3 being revealed at the awards ceremony that I mentioned earlier. Congrats, now you have the knowledge to enjoy the professional Counter-Strike scene. You can check HLTV's website that I will link in the description to see any upcoming tournaments. If you found this video useful or enjoyed the content, please consider subscribing and liking the video. I plan on posting more videos like this in the future. But for now, Crimson out.